Hello, my name is Quintus and I am publishing a new fly every month on my website www.meckejang.lu. You see it there.
The fly of the month of March 2013 is a Cascade salmon fly. To tie this fly, we will use a Partridge CS14 double hook gold in size 7 up to 15, a black medium tying thread. The tag will be made with twisted copper wire. For the tail we will use an orange bucktail over silver crystal flash and over yellow bucktail. The rear body will be made with gold flat tinsel. The front body will be made with a black silk or uni-stretch. For the ribbing we will also use the twisted copper wire. The wing will be made with black fox hair and the hackles will consist of a yellow cock hackle over an orange cock hackle. We will tie in the thread at the eye of the hook and wind it in close turns to the beginning of the curvature of the hook. When we arrive at the curvature, we wind the thread back to the eye of the hook and cut off the excess of the tying thread. Then we tie in the twisted copper wire close to the eye of the hook and secure it over the whole shank length. Here we will start winding the tag backwards into the curvature of the hook for 5 to 6 turns. Then we pass the wire in between the two hooks on the lower side of the hook shank and fix the wire in this position. We cut off the excess of wire. Then we will tie in a bunch of bucktail, of the yellow bucktail, as a first tail. We secure it roughly over the hook shank. Then we cut off the excess. For the crystal flash we will double it and lay it from the back side around the tying thread and tie it in on the hook shank. This will make us 4 strands of crystal flash and they will lie properly on the hook shank. We cut off the excess, extending them slightly over the first tail. Then we will tie in the orange bucktail, which will have roughly the same length than the yellow one. We secure it over the hook shank length and cut off the excess. Then we will tie in again the twisted copper wire close to the eye of the hook and secure it over the length of the hook shank until we arrive at the tag. We wind the thread back a little bit over the middle of the shank and we will tie in at this place the golden tinsel. If you use gold silver like I do, You tie it in with the silver side up, which makes the gold side coming up when you wind it around the hook shank. Wind it back to the tag and then again forwards into direction of the eye of the hook. When you arrive at your thread, just tie it off and cut off the excess. Wind the thread in direction of the eye of the hook and tie in the uni-stretch or the silk. We will now wind the front part of the body of the fly by winding the silk backwards into direction of the curvature of the hook, slightly over the middle of the hook shank. And then we will start winding it to the eye of the hook again. Here we will tie it off. Cut off the excess. And then we will wind the ribbing wire in direction of the eye of the hook. We will tie it off. And cut off the excess. For the wing, consisting of fox hair, we will tie it in with the tips in direction of the eye of the hook. Cut off the excess and then flip back the tips of the hair into direction of the curvature of the hook and secure them in this position. Then we will tie in a second bunch of fox hair, but this time in the usual way. Tie them in, cut off the excess, for the hackles we will first tie in the orange cock hackle, strip back the feather tips to wind a wet hackle. Hold the feather tips in your fingers, wind one turn. Take again the tips, pull them back and wind the next turn. And that is already sufficient for the orange cock hackle. Tie it off and cut off the excess. Next we will tie in the yellow cock feather and wind the hackle in the same way than we've done it for the orange one. Tie it in, flip it over, grip it with your hackle pliers and pull back the feather tips. pull the feather tips backwards and wind another turn. And the last one. Tie off the feather. And cut off the excess. Before I wind the head, I pull the silicone ring that I have on my bobbin holder over the two hackles, and then I wind the head. Whip finish. Pull back the silicone ring and over the bobbin holder and cut off the thread. To secure the head, we will add a drop of blackhead cement to the head.
You can download the detailed tying instructions for this fly and for all the previous ones on my website www.meckejang.lu. Leave a message in the guest book with your email address and I will send you a mail every time a new fly is published. See you and tight lines!